notifications for the free WYFF4 mobile app. You can also find the latest forecast at any time on our website, WYFF4.com.
And Spartanburg County officials say that emergency warming shelters are open until further notice.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check in now with our Peyton Furtado, who's in Spartanburg. Peyton, we know when you visited with us earlier, there were still folks out and about. Have things quieted down there in Spartanburg?
Absolutely. The temperatures are dropping, Mark and Jane. I've gone from 8 layers to 9, and I'm still feeling these temperatures frigid out here. We're seeing fewer people out because these restaurants here in the main strip, they've been closing down. I feel like now is the best time to remind you to keep things slow and steady when you're on the roads. SCDOT, Highway Patrol, Spartanburg County Emergency Management have all been saying the same thing. Really the biggest issue out of all of this ice, power outages that could happen, and of course the roads. Now they've been salting and brining these roads for quite some time. Couple of things to remember. We're not all used to, as South Carolinians, North Carolinians, Georgians, to driving in snow, in ice. Number one thing you're going to want to do, just try to stay off the roads in general once all of this gets started tonight and tomorrow morning. But if you do have to be on the roads, go slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. You're going to want to not take any sharp turns. You're not going to want to slam on the brakes, and you're not going to want to hit that acceleration too hard. So make sure you're going real easy tonight. We're going to be tracking all of this for you here in Spartanburg County throughout the evening and into tomorrow morning. We should be seeing something in the near future according to our weather team, but we'll be out here tracking it all for you. For now, live in Spartanburg, I'm Peyton Furtado, WYFF News 4.
Peyton, thank you. Stay warm out there. Emergency management officials urge you to stay inside if you do not have to be on the roads, but we do want to remind you that if for any reason you do have to head onto the roads this weekend, we do have lots of ways to check on those current conditions. Head to our website, WYFF4.com, or on our mobile app where we have live cameras from the Carolinas and Georgia. And earlier this week, Anderson County officials declared a state of emergency.
That's right, and they say that ensures that response efforts will be well coordinated and quickly implemented. Our Maya Payton is live in Anderson now. Maya?
Yeah, Jane and Mark, you know, earlier I told you that we saw the conditions just changing in real time here in Anderson County. We saw steady, slight rain coming through, but that has since stopped. But I want to show you, what Anderson County officials have been doing here in Anderson County. Many of the surfaces you'll see will have this, layer of salt here just to protect surfaces from that ice, that water freezing on these surfaces. So as people walk through, I mentioned before that here in downtown Anderson, where I am, you have a lot of hotels, you have a large homeless population, you also have shelters around here as well. So when you think about that and you consider that, it's important for them to have these services safe for people who have to go about and as they're making their way through and around. But I know it's kind of hard to see when I told you to come down here, but I wanted you to see how this salt looks in my hand. You can see it. They're big. They're quite big. And while this is preparation, while this helps, this only reduces the risk. This does not stop you from slipping and falling, and it doesn't stop, when they put that brine down on the road, that doesn't stop your, car from feeling the impact of that slick surface. So just be careful. I know Peyton mentioned it before, but if you're driving, be careful. She mentioned just, when you're slamming on brakes, not to slam on brakes. Well, Anderson County officials say that oftentimes when people are sliding on the road, they can hit the brakes and they don't work. You can hit them as hard as you can, but when it's impacted by that ice, you keep going. So just keep that in mind if you have to make your way through out here. And of course, as conditions continue to change here in Anderson County, I'll get that to you. I'm Maya Payton, WYFF News 4.
Maya, what a great point that salt and brine on the roads just mitigates the risk. It does not eliminate it. The Abbeville County Department of Public Safety opening a warming shelter for anyone who needs it. That is open right now. It's located at Lighthouse Ministries on Carwellen Road, and you'll have to provide all required essentials. We're told that no pets are allowed at this shelter.
Our team coverage continues after the break. Let's go ahead and get a live look now from our Asheville Skycam. Temperatures dropping in western North Carolina there. Our Nate Stanley is live on the ground. We will check with him right on the other side of the break as we continue to track this winter storm. Stay with us on WYFF News 4. We'll be right back.
The smart start to your morning.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Destiny Chance.
And I'm Aaron Baker.
Breaking news right now.
This is an exclusive look from Sky 4.
Covering more places.
Now reporting live in Greenville, in Spartanburg County. Now to Pickens County.
More stories that matter to you.
We're watching this heavy rain off to our west.
The area's certified most accurate forecast and traffic updates to keep you on time. Live, local, breaking news for your morning. Wake up and watch WYFF News 4 today.
This is the 2026 Nissan Rogue. With a 12.3-inch touch display, it's the most powerful Rogue ever. And has 225 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. Go Rogue in the 2026 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers, or get $3,500 customer cash on Rogue.
Winter weather hitting this weekend.
And whether it's snow or ice, we will be here to track the changes.
Keeping you prepared in every newscast.
All of us should prepare right now for an ice storm.
We've been talking about this the last couple days.
With impact and alert day forecasting.
This is going to be a long duration.
And immediate updates on conditions when you enable alerts on the app.
High impacts to roads, power outages.
When winter weather hits, trust the area's certified most accurate forecast. WYFF News 4.
The smart start to your morning.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Destiny Chance.
And I'm Aaron Baker.
Breaking news right now.
This is an exclusive look from Sky 4.
Covering more places.
Now reporting live in Greenville, in Spartanburg County. Now to Pickens County.
More stories that matter to you.
We're watching this heavy rain off to our west.
The area's certified most accurate forecast and traffic updates to keep you on time. Live, local, breaking news for your morning. Wake up and watch WYFF News 4 today.
When weather changes by the hour, you need accuracy in action.
It is a frigid night taking shape.
Trust the WYFF News 4 weather team, preparing you for impacts today.
Got some big changes on the way.
I would have mittens, scarf, maybe a hat.
And what's coming next.
Gusty winds, heavier downpours.
Certified most accurate, backed by experience.
Those winds are eventually going to pick up and really intensify.
Keeping you prepared through our changing weather. WYFF News 4.
Our ice beginning to fill in across the area. Charlotte's got reports of a glaze back through the foothills in through Asheville. We've got cold, dry air coming down, moisture coming up. And folks, I'm already seeing the comments on Facebook. Well, it's not here. It's not supposed to be here yet. It's okay. It's going to be coming in as the night comes in. And we're going to see all this begin to fill in. And unfortunately, we're going to get plenty of ice across the area. You can already see some returns back through Oconee County into western North Carolina, and pockets will become a lot more scattered as we go throughout the overnight hours. And temperatures, boy, they have plummeted. You feel it when you step outside. 23 in Gaffney, yikes. 22 in Asheville, 27 in Greenville. That moisture is coming up. The dew points are rising, and once we do, we're closer to saturation, and we'll have more moisture able to give us some of that rain. Unfortunately, that's going to fall as freezing rain. Boy, it's cold out. 22 in Asheville, 27 in Greenville, and 32 in Anderson. That cold wind coming in, meeting that moisture, and that's where we're going to see that problem lie, is where we're going to see that continue. So especially overnight, that freezing rain is going to ramp up. When you wake up tomorrow morning, there will be a glaze of ice on the trees. If we stop there, we'd probably be okay. You know, it'd be an event for sure, but, you know, a manageable one. Where it turns non-manageable is when you get too much. And here we are through the night, that freezing rain filling in. And this is a brand new computer model, by the way. By 6 a.m., it's across the entire area, pretty steady. So continuing to get worse as the day goes on. And again, if we stopped right there, we'd be all right. But here we are, we still have 12 hours to go. And that's going to be 12 hours of likely heavy ice across the area. 10 a.m. just continues to add up to those totals. Here we are, 11 through 1, 2 o'clock. There's moisture here across the I-85 corridor north. Pockets of it. Now, where there's breaks, there's freezing drizzle. And as we go deeper in the forecast, here we are at 5 o'clock. This is when the squall line's moving through. This will have with it some energy in the upper parts of the atmosphere, so that I've seen in this model a little bit of lightning detected in this. So you could hear some thunder as this is falling as ice across the area. Now it all pushes out. I think most of the upstate remains rain the entire time. This is quite the ice event showing up on these models. Now as far as accumulation is concerned, we're talking about this being anywhere from 6/10 of an inch of ice upwards of 3/4 of an inch. Here's 3/4 of an inch there in Pickens. You see that purple there? That's a notch of almost 1 inch of ice there across northern Greenville and Pickens County. You go south of town, a 1/2 inch in Anderson, a 1/2 inch in Lawrence. This is going to be a significant ice event across the upstate. For western North Carolina, west of Asheville, if we're looking for some silver lining here, the west of Asheville looks to warm up. So the ice totals are coming down a little bit in Waynesville, Bryson City. Now, that's an area that's less influenced by that cold northeast wind. Farther west you go, you're a little bit warmer there, but the eastern facing slopes of the mountains, boy, eastern Henderson County up through Lake Lure, this area really getting some ice as we go into the overnight hours. So tomorrow, we're going to see the winds be about 20 miles per hour out of the northeast. When we get power outage threats, I think that it really comes in once the trees are covered with that ice, and then we get this squall line to come through that could give us 30-mile-per-hour winds. That's round one that I think we could get power outages. Round two comes in Sunday night. You're kind of thinking, hey, we made it. We're home free. But the trees are still coated, and we go into Monday morning. The winds as colder air rushes in, yeah, even colder air. We've got 40-mile-per-hour gusts showing up here on our forecast, and that's a problem because if you lose power, you got to find a way to stay warm. We're bone chilling. Tuesday morning's lows in the single digits across the area. So here's the 4-day. I've got ice tomorrow, 30 degrees, 36 on Monday, 35 on Tuesday. We're starting off at 6, and then as we go day by day into next week, we've got those frigid mornings in the teens, warming up to around freezing each day with black ice being a concern. In the mountains, we've got temperatures as low as 2 on Tuesday morning and then 6 on Friday morning.
Chris, thank you. We know you and the entire weather team will continue to keep us up to date on all the latest changes and what we can expect as the night goes on and this winter storm moves through our area. We do also have team coverage, reporters giving live updates, boots on the ground right here in the upstate as well as in North Carolina.
That's right. Salute to all of our teams. Our Nate Stanley is live in Asheville right now. Nate, those temperatures are dropping a little faster. How's it feel now?
Well, the wind is definitely picking up a little bit. I felt that as we were walking from our hotel out to our live shot spot. I yelled out to our photographer, Kyle. I said, oh, it's definitely blowing right now. You can feel it. It's coming up through this street behind us on Henry Ave, and you can feel it periodically. Also, one thing, as Chris mentioned, the black ice, we have noticed here in the last hour, you look out on the street and it looks wet, but it's not wet. That is ice. And actually, in the last 15 minutes, there was a car, one of the very few cars we've seen drive through here, that went down Henry Ave, went to a stoplight here, and you could hear that person had to smack on their brakes a couple times to actually slow down. You could hear the tires screech a little bit. So just a reminder, as if you do leave, that the conditions on the road, not the best for driving. And as Chris mentioned, some precipitation on and off here. What we're getting right now is similar to a mist. Like you can hear it when I'm wearing my hood. You can hear it sort of, pinging off some of the fabric. I'll have Kyle zoom in here on my shirt. You might be able to see some of the sparkle of some of the droplets as they're making their way down. And again, another example of what looks like water that's actually ice. We go on top of this newspaper stand, and again, it looks like this is water. It looks like this could be a bunch of droplets, but it's actually, we're going to see if I can show you here. That's ice, and that is what has coated most of the surfaces around here. Looking around at the parking lot, that's what's on the cars, that's what's on the fence. Anywhere that could hold any sort of precipitation has that level of ice on it. And again, as we're standing out here, you can feel that that wind kicking up. We can feel it getting colder. Maybe that's just me trying to convince myself that it is getting colder, but it definitely feels like it is. Of course, there are shelters right now in Buncombe County that are open. They'll be open all night, and you can find more information about those right now on WYFF4.com and the WYFF4 app. Mark and Jane, thank you guys for all you're doing. Salute to you too. It's not just us field crews, it's everybody back at home working hard to keep us on the air. We will be back here and keeping you updated all night. Reporting in Asheville, Nate Stanley, WYFF News 4.
Nate, only one of us standing in the freezing rain right now. Thank you for doing what you're doing out there as Asheville ices over. We will have more team coverage in just a moment. But first, the governors of the Carolinas and Georgia all declared a state of emergency before the storm, causing the price gouging law to go into effect. And that means excessively raising the prices of necessities now becomes illegal. And excessive gougers can be charged for the offense, which looks like a $1,000 fine and or 30 days in jail. This should not be confused with normal fluctuations in price, which are expected during high demand. It just can't be by an unreasonable amount. So if you think you see or experience price gouging, you're asked to note the time, the place, the address, and the name of the business, the price you paid, any nearby prices, and make sure you take some photos for evidence. Provide your name and contact information. This law will remain in effect until the state of emergency expires or is terminated.
And as this winter ice storm moves in, western counties in our area, as Chris has said, are seeing the first impact of it.
And our Taniqua Penix is live and easily. Taniqua, what are you experiencing there?
Ooh-wee, Mark, Jane, it's cold now. It's really cold. But we're here downtown Easley where police and the fire crews said they've increased their staffing and they're ready to respond. But they're asking people, please only call 911 if it's a life-threatening emergency. Now, as long as power remains, there will be a warming station open at the Larry Bagwell Gym tomorrow from 1 to 5. Charging stations will be available at Easley Fire Department stations from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 2 residential shelters are open in Pickens County, one here at Easley High School Gym and the other Pickens High School Gym. Officials say oxygen is limited, so anyone who depends on it should bring their own supplies and concentrators. We're going to continue to monitor the conditions here in Easley. We'll be back for another update. For now, reporting live in Easley, Taniqua Penix, WYFF News 4.
Taniqua, thank you. And Union County officials have also opened a warming shelter for anyone who needs it. This is open right now through Monday. This shelter is located at the County Recreation Building. That's on Thomas Street. They will provide cots, some meal rations, bottled water, and electrical outlets. You're asked to provide your ID, a blanket and a pillow, bring any prescription medications with you, and bring some light snacks with you as well. Union County says it cannot provide transportation to and from that shelter.
And just a reminder that businesses with 100 employees or more and churches should make sure that they're in our closings and delays system. We have detailed instructions for you on our website, WYFF4.com, so we can get you listed. You can see those closures running across the bottom of your screen while you're watching us here on WYFF4. Chris?
Mark, as we look outside right now from our Paris Mountain Skycam, this is a way to kind of see how the atmosphere is becoming a little bit more saturated. You can see looks like haze down there. That is as the freezing drizzle and the freezing rain begins to take hold. This is when things begin to get a little more dangerous.
Winter weather hitting this weekend.
And whether it's snow or ice, we will be here to track the changes.
Keeping you prepared in every newscast.
All of us should prepare right now for an ice storm.
We've been talking about this last couple days.
With impact and alert day forecasting.
This is going to be a long duration.
And immediate updates on conditions when you enable alerts on the app.
High impacts to roads, power outages.
When winter weather hits, trust the area's certified most accurate forecast. WYFF News 4. The WYFF4 app with personalized weather alerts for your zip code, so you're always prepared for what's next. Download the WYFF4 app now.
Move your car without moving at all. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 0.99% APR or $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Ready? It's happening right now at Rooms To Go. Shop 100 perfect picks, each just $9.99 or less. Picture it, your home, fully furnished in your style, with living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms, each for $9.99 or less. So many stylish options, each $9.99 or less. And it gets even better. Finance for as low as $20 or less per month, interest-free for 50 months. Plus, get free doorway delivery now at Rooms to Go.
Get a sky view of weather all across our area with WYFF News 4's Skycam Network, sponsored by Big O Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Surf or turf? With the Zaxby's box, the answer is both.
Get Zaxby's Southern Fried Shrimp and their famous fingers together for a boatload of flavor.
It's the Zaxby's flavor you love, now on shrimp. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
This is the 2026 Nissan Rogue. With a 12.3-inch touch display, it's the most powerful Rogue ever. And has 225 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. Go Rogue in the 2026 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers, or get $3,500 customer cash on Rogue.
Today is an alert day. Check the WYFF4 app for important weather updates. WYFF News 4 at 6 and 11.
So many people, Chris, have so many questions, and I know that many of you are emailing the station. We appreciate that. Two big questions that so many people have, and we will not hold you to this in terms of the exact time, but a lot of people are asking, at what point do you expect roads to become dangerous? We're already seeing in Asheville, Nate Stanley was saying that there's that freezing rain there, but at what point really are roads dangerous and almost impassable? And also, at what point do you think that power outages might become severe?
Okay, so roads, you know, in Asheville, I mean, they got bad in about an hour. So, I mean, you look at that, it doesn't take long for the freezing rain to accumulate and cause slick spots, especially on bridges and overpasses. So I'd say, you know, now through midnight and across the upstate, we'll start to see that become a little more widespread. Certainly in the mountains becoming there, McDowell County, Buncombe County already getting there. As far as when it's impassable, probably tomorrow morning, you're going to start to see that accumulate a lot more. All it takes is a 1/4 inch of ice to make roads really, really slick. 1/2 inch is when you start getting those power lines to sag, and that's where the power outage is. As far as like how long are we talking about? Is that what you said, power outages?
Yeah, and I know it may be different. I mean, we've got a lot of different answers depending on what you're looking at in our viewing area.
We're right here. Look at all this moisture that still has to stream into our area. I mean, this is a long duration event. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. So even tomorrow, you know, if we made it through tonight and we got a glaze, if we could stop there, that'd be great. But unfortunately, we're going to keep this streaming in for about 12 more hours when we wake up, ending at about 7 p.m. tomorrow. And once it's all said and done, you're maybe home free. You didn't lose power, but then the winds kick up tomorrow night. Cold air is coming in by Monday morning, and the wind gusts get up to 30 to 40 miles per hour Sunday night into Monday while we're sleeping.
And trees coming down and that heavy ice makes all the difference.
It does.
And again, just salute to you and your meteorologists. This is a long haul for you all, and we're counting on every word, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Good team effort here.
Yeah, amen. Mark?
Jane, Chris, great insight there. Thank you so much. Temperatures are dropping fast, and as Chris just mentioned, the wind is going to be picking up. Our Bradford Ambrose tells us about safety tips when it comes to power outages, and we just heard about all the ice and what it can do on those power lines. Bradford, what more can you tell us?
Yeah, hey there, Mark. I do want to quickly talk about what we're seeing outside right now in Greenville. Very light precipitation coming down right now. It's freezing rain, very light. You may be seeing it falling in front of me. So once again, overall, that precipitation will tend to pick up overnight. Power outages, once again, will be a concern, not only as the precipitation really moves in overnight and through the day on Sunday, but as we head into Monday as well. You're seeing those safety tips on your screen there. Obviously, use the generators outside. The generators, the exhaust produces our carbon monoxide, and you want all of those fumes outside. Be careful with those open flames, and of course, never leave them unattended. Stay away from downed power lines. If you do see a down line, you don't know if it's a power line or a cable line or a utility line, so it's better just to be safe than sorry. Stay away from it and call the utility company so they can come out and check that down line. Also, be very careful with those propane or kerosene heaters. Never leave those unattended. Make sure they're far enough away from any objects where they don't catch anything else on fire. So some great tips there, and we have more tips on our website right now, WYFF4.com, right there on the homepage. Everything you need to know from the latest timing, totals, and safety tips, and even more. So great tool there. Also, you can download the WYFF4 mobile app with all those details. We'll have another live report here coming up in the next half hour.
Bradford, thank you. And look, we mentioned it multiple times, but it does bear repeating as those road conditions get increasingly hazardous. Emergency management officials have asked you to stay off the roads if you absolutely do not need to be on them. But if for whatever reason you have to head out onto the roads this weekend, we have several different ways to check on the latest road conditions. You can head to our website at anytime, WYFF4.com. You can also find it on the WYFF4 mobile app. We do have live cameras from the Carolinas and Georgia. But again, if you don't need to be out on the roads, there's really no reason to be at this time.
That's right. And we also want to remind everyone that the South Carolina Department of Public Health is allowing a one-time early refill of Schedule 3 to 5 prescriptions. Now, that's due to the potential for power outages over the next few days. So early refills can be requested through January 30th. Chris?
James, we look out right now, we're starting to see this precipitation fill in from Atlanta to Charlotte. You got the cold air rushing in from the northeast, the moisture rushing in from the southwest. This will continue to expand across the area. Coming up, I'll show you what you can expect for your town.
The true crime original you watch in prime time
is a stranger than fiction story.
Also available every weekday. I'm Craig Melvin. Join me for Dateline, weekdays at 11 on WYFF4.
The information you need before the evening rush. Weekdays at 4. Breaking news.
Facing murder charges.
Traffic.
This is a live look at I-385 North.
Weather.
That rain's going to be hard and heavy.
From the team you trust. WYFF News 4. Weekdays at 4. Weeknights at 11.
We are following breaking news.
Quick, complete news and weather to end your day.
What we have is a big dome of high pressure coming in.
Up to speed and ready for tomorrow in just 30 minutes. Live local breaking news at 11. WYFF News 4. The live Super Doppler 4 Advantage. Able to track storms in real time.
It's giving us that instant data.
Warning you right away with more time to prepare. Live Super Doppler 4, only on WYFF News 4. Our phones are full of notifications, but you need alerts that connect you to what's happening right now. The WYFF 4 app with personalized weather alerts for your zip code.
Gusty winds, hail, and again, that isolated tornado threat.
So you're always prepared for what's next. Download the WYFF 4 app now.
The smart start to your morning.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Destiny Chance.
And I'm Aaron Baker.
More stories that matter to you. Wake up and watch WYFF News 4 today.
Sundays on For the Record.
The issues impacting our community.
You said it takes a village.
Yeah.
And it does, but not everyone has a village.
The topics bringing us closer together. And the people working toward positive change.
We're mentoring, we're doing leadership.
Learn what's happening in the Carolinas and Georgia to keep you informed, included, and inspired.
For the Record. Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WYFF4. And stream every episode anytime on the very local app. Able to track storms in real time, warning you right away with more time to prepare. Live Super Doppler 4, only on WYFF News 4. Rapid response to live local breaking news.
This is new Sky 4 video showing a small
Sky
protest.
4, getting there first, capturing the story as it unfolds.
Emergency officials are working to...
Nothing gets you closer.
All lanes are back open.
On top of the stories that impact you.
Exclusive Sky 4 video showing
Sky 4. WYFF News 4 starts with breaking news.
Thank you for being with us for our continuous coverage of this breaking news as we're tracking this long-duration, high-impact storm, as Chris calls it.
Yeah, icy conditions and power outages are expected in our region and are also impacting thousands across the country. Let's go ahead and take a look outside now at our Lake Hartwell sky cam. It's dark, it's cold, conditions continuing to get colder as we brace for that icy storm across the entirety of our area.
And before we head outside to our cruise, let's get right to our area's certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice. The timing on this, Chris, a lot of different times for a lot of different viewers.
Yeah, that's right. And right now it's starting to fill in. What we see is the cold air rushing in from Charlotte, the moisture coming in. So this is a little slower than we previously expected. What we're doing is cutting off the sleet portion of this most likely. So we probably won't get that glaze of sleet on the ground first. We're going to go straight to freezing rain, unfortunately. And if this keeps delaying, maybe if we get to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., then I'd start to say, okay, the totals are coming down a little bit. But even if we started this thing at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, which it's not, it's already beginning across the area, we would have almost a half an inch of ice across the area. Still a very meaningful ice storm. But right now it's slowly getting its act together, slowly coming together across the area. We don't want it to, so that's the one thing here. But as we look at the forecast and whether it's verifying or not, it is coming together here. Toccoa, Hartwell, you're about to see this ice move on in, and it's going to continue to fill in across the area. And temperatures, boy, they cool down quickly. 27 in Greenville, 28 in Spartanburg, it's 21 in Asheville. We are cold as that cold, dry air comes in, undercutting that moisture that's coming in from the south and west, and the two are allowing for that moisture to give us freezing rain. Those winds are stout. Over the next 12 hours, we'll look for that freezing rain to become more expansive and temperatures hold steady in the mid-20s. And again, if this thing didn't start until tomorrow morning, we'd still get a meaningful ice storm. But I think between now and say 2 a.m., we're going to start to get that to spread across the entire area, and it's going to continue to be heavy into tomorrow. Here we are at 6 a.m. Most of us are in some pretty thick ice across the area. It's only going to continue to accumulate as the day goes on, to where by the afternoon hours we have a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of ice on the trees in this area of the upstate back through western North Carolina, and it all comes to an end at about 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. I'll have much more as we track this on the radar as it continues to fill in across the area in just a few minutes. Jane?
Chris, thank you. Anderson County Emergency Management has been preparing for this extreme weather really for the entire week.
And our Maya Payton is live in Anderson. Maya, what can you tell us as conditions continue to change there?
Mark and Jane, I'll tell you one thing, as you guys were talking, that wind is just blowing down on me. And you know, the thing about it is that it's cold out here, obviously, but when that wind blows through, it is colder. Let's check in with Mr. Whitner here in downtown Anderson. You know, earlier I showed there was one jacket hanging out here for someone who needed. Now, hours have passed. People have put up, you know, looks like a scarf, but it's actually a hoodie. You've got blankets here, about 4 blankets hanging on his arm right here. You know, this is more than generosity. This is protection for people who are trying to weather through the storm. And I mentioned earlier, downtown Anderson does have a big homeless population. So we've seen several people come by and stop and look and grab what they need. And so it's really nice just to see people being kind to others. And while you may not be able to come and hang up a coat or a blanket here on Mr. Whitner, you can practice generosity in your own home. Anderson County officials say this is a time to make sure your neighbors are okay. So those who live beside you, if you can safely make it across the street, check on them too. Make sure they're okay. I'll continue to give you the latest from here in Anderson. I'm Maya Payton, WYFF News 4.
Thank you. That is so empowering to
Isn't
see
it,
folks
though?
out there letting aside some of the things that they don't need to help others in need on an evening like this.
And people will be needing those things
Unquestionably.
desperately, yes.
Yeah, and a reminder that if you know someone in Greenville who needs to escape the cold, Miracle Hill does have options available.
That's right. The Greenville Rescue Mission is open for men, and Shepherd's Gate is open to women and mothers with children. Our Stephanie Trotter is live in Greenville. Stephanie, what are you seeing there?
Just about a half an hour ago, we showed you how a lot of the emergency services workers here at McAllister Square at the operations center across this storm were told to go grab a couple of hours sleep before the storm really starts pounding Greenville County. Just within about the past 10 to 15 minutes, a very fine mist has started falling out here. We are on the edge of the base camp for 20 different agencies where some 150 men and women who are first responders will be working for who knows how long heading into next week. We've been seeing folks check into the bunkhouses here behind us. There are showers, there are tents with food. There's even a mini command center out here as opposed to the larger one inside that we've been showing you across the evening. Earlier today, we spoke with the Director of Emergency Services for Greenville County, and he said everybody here is committed to keeping the public safe. Here's what he had to say.
A lot of these folks have already been working 14, 16-hour days all week just to prep equipment, just to go through plans, have those notifications and calls and collaboration. So we've done a lot of work to get to where we are today.
And that work involves a lot of equipment. Just on site within the past couple of hours, we've seen drones up in the air. We've seen bulldozers coming through, folks with lighting gear, with emergency gear, medical gear. They are ready to go. They do encourage everybody to stay home. I know we sound like a broken record, but that is what they hope, because that's where they feel people will be the safest. Reporting live in Greenville County, Stephanie Trotter, WYFF News 4.
Stephanie, thank you. Yes, that's where people will be the safest. And also, Mark, we heard earlier today when the governor was talking, that's also where people will be away from emergency management personnel who need to be out on those roads. Greer CPW is monitoring potential impact during the storm and after the storm. That company says, too, they're on standby, ready to restore service whenever it goes out.
They do say that you should make sure that your personal information is up to date for communication purposes. They also have an emergency kit, and you can monitor outages on their website. Our Peyton Furtado is standing by live in Spartanburg. Peyton, how is the situation developing there?
Hey, things are pretty good on my end. We've heard about precipitation in Greenville and Asheville. We haven't seen it on our end just yet, but that's because that front isn't making its way over to us until towards the end of when it first gets into the area, right? So it's going to get to Anderson, it's going to get to Greenville, it's going to get to Asheville in the mountains before it gets over here. Let's take a look around. Things are a lot quieter this evening. We have had a few people coming by. They've been enjoying themselves at some of the restaurants and bars before they close down early for the night, asking us, when's the ice coming? When's the snow coming? We've told them, well, it's more like an ice storm than anything else, but we're keeping an eye on it, and we know it's starting to come into our region very soon. We know the Emergency Management Center, they've actually wound down some of their operations for the night. They have a skeleton crew there for overnight operations, keeping an eye on everything. Everyone getting some well-deserved shut-eye until they can actually start responding to these emergencies. For now, we're keeping an eye on the ice, the weather. We're going to toss it back to a break and greet in Spartanburg County. I'm Peyton Furtado for WYFF News. We'll be right back.
Move your car without moving at all. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month or get 0.99% APR or $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
The smart start to your morning.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Destiny Chance.
And I'm Aaron Baker.
Breaking news right now.
This is an exclusive look from Sky 4.
Covering more places.
Now reporting live in Greenville, in Spartanburg County. Now to Pickens County.
More stories that matter to you.
We're watching this heavy rain off to our west.
The area's certified most accurate forecast and traffic updates to keep you on time. Live, local, breaking news for your morning. Wake up and watch WYFF News 4 today.
Weeknights at 11.
We are following breaking news out of Spartanburg County.
Quick, complete news and weather to end your day.
Hundreds filled the parking lot.
The day's top stories.
SLED is now handling this investigation.
Breaking news as it happens.
Police are searching for a suspect in a drive-by shooting.
And the area's only certified most accurate forecast.
What we have is a big dome of high pressure coming in.
Up to speed and ready for tomorrow in just 30 minutes. Live local breaking news at 11. WYFF News 4. When weather changes by the hour, you need accuracy in action.
It is a frigid night taking shape.
Trust the WYFF News 4 weather team, preparing you for impacts today.
Got some big changes on the way.
I would have mittens, scarf, maybe a hat.
And what's coming next?
Gusty winds, heavier downpours.
Certified most accurate, backed by experience.
Those winds are eventually going to pick up and really intensify.
Keeping you prepared through our changing weather. WYFF News 4.
Let's put it in sport mode.
Loaded with features for everyone. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Lease a Hyundai Elantra for $219 a month or get 3.99% APR or $500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Well, the freezing rain's beginning to pick up across the area. We got a live shot from our Paris Mountain Skycam showing the freezing drizzle and the freezing rain beginning to show up, kind of taking away the focus from the background here, which would be downtown Greenville. And this just shows you the moisture moving into the area here. And that's the concern, is that all of this moisture flying around is falling into temperatures that are 27 degrees. So we've got some big time cold air. We've also got moisture moving in. So that moisture that's flying around in the sky right now is going to start clinging to the trees, going to start clinging to elevated surfaces, and eventually when this drizzle turns to more steady rain, it's going to allow for ice to pile up, and unfortunately too much of it. And I think this batch back here through North Georgia, when it continues to move toward the north, is going to meet up with this cold air. That's going to be the one that starts to give us appreciable totals, which will be around midnight tonight as it continues to push up toward the north and east. We got this moisture streaming in here. So northern Pickens and Oconee County, Tigerville, my friends at North Greenville University, we're watching this for you. It is cold, it is turning icy, and that glaze turns into accumulation, turns into you can't open your car door. We got some problems developing here, folks, and it's only going to continue to go downhill into the overnight hours. One of the highest amounts of ice totals we've seen in 10 plus years. Right now we're 27 in Greenville and Spartanburg. We're 21 in Asheville. Those winds are still coming to us out of the northeast, so we're watching that closely here. Over the next 12 hours, that freezing drizzle turns to freezing rain, and it's pretty heavy at times going into tomorrow. And that's only going to continue to add up to those ice totals, which will grow. Let me show you the brand new computer model that just finished processing. It is a model that corrects itself based on current conditions. It shows by the time we get into 1, 2 o'clock, they're pretty much filled in across the area, which is going to allow us all to see that freezing rain and freezing drizzle begin to add up and give us some accumulation. And here we are by 6 a.m. If we could stop there, it'd be okay. Wouldn't be great, but by 10 o'clock, we have got some more moving in. And by noontime, we're getting up to close to a ½ an inch of accumulation. I think most of us have the chance to get to ½ an inch, but areas north of I-85 are going to go past a ½ an inch and get toward 1 inch. So that's going to be the issue here, is that folks, a ½ an inch would be a lot, but you get up toward a ½ an inch, a ½ an inch, I should say up towards 3/4, you get into some high totals here. Once that pushes out, the winds actually start to pick up. So all said, the highest amounts are going to be here across the northern part of the upstate, with a ½ an inch or so toward the southern part of the upstate. And the wind here in the mountains, where you get some high totals here across the eastern facing slopes of the mountains, are going to be a problem here, because we got 20-mile-per-hour gusts. That's nothing to sneeze at going through tomorrow. But as we go deeper into the night, going into Monday, the cold air rushes in. And once that does, look at these gusts cropping up here. We've got 30, 35, 40-mile-per-hour gusts, and that could lead to power outages. And that's the concern, as we dip way down. We've got single digits on the way for Monday night into Tuesday, which is a serious concern for this cold. So the 4-day looks like this. I've got 30 tomorrow with major ice developing and continuing, 28 as we go into Monday morning, 36 for a high on Monday. So we'll get some melting, only to have a hard refreeze. That is going to be a brutal night going into Tuesday morning. We're up to 35 for a high. We're in the 30s all week long. I don't see us getting much above freezing, because a secondary cold blast comes our way Thursday into Friday. That sends those temperatures way down, teens even, into the overnight hours. In western North Carolina, you're as low as 2 degrees on Tuesday. You know that's Asheville, and the outlying areas will be even colder, sub-zero likely. We're at 6 on Friday morning.
Chris, thank you. And as we discuss ice accumulation and its potential on power lines and roads and the environment, and something else to think about and consider is the safety and strength of your roof.
That's right. It's going to be asked to bear a lot. Our Rashad Williams is in the city of Greenville, but you have some advice there, Rashad.
I do have some advice that I got from the experts, but first I want to say it may be too cold to go out to check your roof tonight. I heard Chris use the word brutal, and I think that applies for right now. You can probably see my breath there. And we have some light precipitation coming down. It may be hard to see, but it is freezing rain. They look like little crystals coming down from the sky. So back to edge roofing. I spoke with the owner earlier today, and he says really it starts with making sure that your gutters are clear. Because when it comes to ice in your roof and your gutters, that can create a lot of issues. Clogged gutters can reduce the drainage of melted ice. That can lead to more strain and the possibility of an eventual gutter collapse. Precipitation that freezes can also lead to ice dams and other chances for roof damage due to potential weight on your roof and not having the proper airflow in your attic. Unless the signs are immediate, here's some ways that you can spot roof damage at least a week or 2 after the storm.
I would look on the ceilings, go up in the attic if you have to look for stains on the decking, stains on the ceilings. Usually that's what will show you have ice damage.
So again, it may be good to go outside maybe tomorrow morning, just examine your gutters, examine your roof as well. After that week or 2, check for any spots that you may have, like wet spots or warped spots in your attic or on your ceiling. And if you happen to notice anything at that point, the best course of action would be to call a professional to come out and check the damage for you. Reporting live in Greenville, Rashad Williams, WYFF News 4.
Good advice, Rashad. Thank you. If you do have to go outside in this bitter cold weather, medical experts shared some tips on how to avoid frostbite, because that's a very real danger. First, make sure to bundle up, of course. If you're out in the cold, dress in layers. They say a lot of layers. For your inner layer, think wools and flannels. For the outer layer, wear something that's both waterproof and windproof. Don't forget hat, gloves, mittens, boots, and a scarf. That scarf can cover up your face. Experts warn that frostbite can set in minutes. And if you suspect you have frostbite, warm up slowly.
I would not necessarily put my hands in warm water or hot water, because if you do and you don't feel that temperature, you can now cause a secondary burn.
And signs of frostbite include skin starting to turn red, then losing color and looking kind of blanched or waxy. If you feel tingly, prickly feelings and numbness, if you suspect that you're suffering from frostbite, seek medical attention immediately.
And warming shelters are open in Oconee County. We do want to remind you of that. You can head to Walhalla High School, located at 4701 North Highway. There is a medical needs shelter there. Seneca Middle School is opening tomorrow to help keep people warm. That address, you see it right there on your screen, 15440 Wells Highway. And as a reminder, businesses with 100 employees or more and churches, please do make sure you're in our closings and delays system. We have detailed instructions for you on our website. That's WYFF4.com, so we can get you listed. You can see all those closures running across the bottom of your screen as you continue to watch us this evening and into the morning as well.
And several school districts and even colleges and universities have also shifted instructional plans coming up for Monday. That's because of this weather. You can find a full list of those on WYFF4.com. Artie, we want to show you outside. Right at 10 o'clock, when we first came on the air with this special broadcast, we saw a really nice, clear picture of downtown Greenville from our Paris Mountain Skycam. Take a look now.
Not
this
so much now.
Freezing rain is coming down, Mark. It looks very different.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be experiencing across our areas. Those temperatures continue to dip, freezing rain reaching our areas as this winter storm arrives.
The information you need before the evening rush. Breaking news, traffic, weather. From the team you trust, WYFF News 4, weekdays at 4. Our phones are full of notifications, but you need alerts that connect you to what's happening right now. The WYFF 4 app with personalized weather alerts for your zip code.
Gusty winds, hail, and again, that isolated tornado threat.
So you're always prepared for what's next. Download the WYFF 4 app now. The information you need before the evening rush. Weekdays at 4. Breaking news.
Facing murder charges.
Traffic.
This is the live look at I-385 North.
Weather.
That rain's going to be hard and heavy.
From the team you trust, WYFF News 4. Weekdays at 4. The live Super Doppler 4 Advantage. Able to track storms in real time.
It's giving us that instant data.
Warning you right away with more time to prepare. Live Super Doppler 4. Only on WYFF News 4. WYFF News 4. Covering the live local breaking news. Developing now. Tracking what's next with the area's certified most accurate forecast. And this February, the biggest live events are right here. The best athletes, the top games, the biggest stories. This February will be legendary. Only on WYFF 4. When weather changes by the hour, you need accuracy in action.
It is a frigid night taking shape.
Trust the WYFF News 4 weather team, preparing you for impacts today.
Got some big changes on the way.
I would have mittens, scarf, maybe a hat.
And what's coming next?
Gusty winds, heavier downpours.
Certified most accurate, backed by experience.
Those winds are eventually going to pick up and really intensify.
Keeping you prepared through our changing weather. WYFF News 4.
Everybody loves Raymond on MeTV.
I love you, son.
Especially
me. You forget I'm a mother?
How could I?
Because mother loves best.
What's the steak for?
My son.
Whether you like it.
Nobody makes cake like you.
And nobody eats it like you.
Cut the cord.
Or not.
Get out.
I'm just trying to help.
Thank you, Mom.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Weeknights starting at 9 on MeTV Carolina.
Thank you for staying with us on WYFF News 4 as we continue to bring you breaking news of this winter storm moving into our area. And our area has been preparing for several days now, and now the storm has finally arrived.
Yes, and I think we're going to see those preparations have made a big difference when we wrap this thing up. Our Taniqua Penix is live in Easley. What's it look like in Pickens County?
Hey, Jane and Mark, we got a little wintry mix going on right now. It's not just rain. It's a little bit something extra in there. Well, what officials want you to know here in Easley, avoid unnecessary travel, especially as this storm kicks in. Now, if the power goes out, you want to treat these traffic lights you see like a four-way stop. Right now, this is the time to make sure your phones and electronics are fully charged and have backup power sources. Prepare food, water, medications, have flashlights and blankets on hand, drip faucets, and protect exposed pipes. If you haven't already, make sure you have gas in your vehicles. Make sure you have warm clothes that are easy for you to get to. And Easily Combined Utilities say they've been preparing for this storm. They're fully equipped and ready to respond. So report those outages, and they ask you to be patient as they work to restore your power. Remember, check on your neighbors, especially seniors, especially those who can't walk or have a hard time just getting to things. Just be kind to one another. For now, reporting live in Easley, Taniqua Penix, WYFF News 4.
Taniqua, thank you so much. Well, North Carolina Governor Josh Stein speaking today about preparing for that ice storm ahead of its arrival as well.
And he stressed the importance of creating a plan, staying home, looking out for your neighbors. Our Nate Stanley is live in Asheville. And Nate, you saw a short time ago that those roads have become slick. You're dealing with that freezing rain there. What can you tell us about how the conditions are changing in Asheville?
Well, you touched on it, Mark, and Chris has mentioned it too. You saw it earlier with the Skycam. This freezing rain, it's something that is evident on the roads. It's something also Chris mentioned, the accumulation. One thing that has been so surprising, just standing out here, we've been here outside maybe 30 minutes or so, and you can see just as the time goes by how quickly some of this freezing rain can attach itself to certain objects and how quickly it can build up. I mean, it's been surprising. Every couple of minutes, photographer Kyle has to wipe off the camera lens, and that's because even that is getting filled up with the freezing rain and the ice as the night continues. And again, it continues to get cold here, and we can definitely feel that freezing rain. We can definitely feel that wind. Again, we keep saying it like a broken record, but if you don't need to leave your home, don't do so. We've seen some cars skidding around, having difficulty stopping here in downtown Asheville. We'll have more updates all night long. Reporting in Asheville, Nate Stanley, WYFF News 4.
Nate, thank you. So what Nate is seeing in Asheville right now, we're expecting to continue to enter our area over the several hours to come. They're dealing with freezing roads there already.
Yeah, our camera behind us is kind of having trouble focusing because the freezing drizzle is starting to pick up, and we're looking for little clues here because coming in from Charlotte and Asheville is this moisture, and it's beginning to spread in, and that's going to be the case. It's going to be little at a time, but like Nate just said, all it takes is just a little bit of freezing drizzle, 30, 45 minutes, and the roads are difficult. When you hit your brakes, you kind of go a little bit further. Right? You keep skidding. And a better way to look at it is from our sky cams to our radar. You can see it starting to fill in across the area, but an even better way is actually to look at our traffic cameras and our traffic access here, and we're starting to see some delays on the roads. That's an indication that people are going slower than a normal drive, and we're starting to see that across Asheville. You go Asheville east on I-40, there are people that are slowing down going into McDowell County, Buncombe County, so that's an indication that the normal speed limit would be, 60, 70 miles per hour, probably not in North Carolina, right? State troopers will get you, but it's slower than normal, so the traffic system picking up on that. That's just an indication that, okay, something's happening there to cause that.
And of course, we're asking people to stay off the road so that emergency personnel and power line workers can get on those roads. But what does the brine that's been put down on the roads for that purpose, how does it help, or does it if it's this kind of ice?
If you get too much and too fast at times, so the rates are going to be important. So as we start to see that drizzle turn to more rain, it's going to overcome that, unfortunately. Now the brine is there to help be a substance to where that rain hits it and it dries instantly, but it doesn't last all night. So it's going to be effective at knocking some of that ice back, but not altogether.
Okay. Don't have too much confidence. Stay inside if you have to. We're seeing it right now.
Already seeing it
It's
unfold.
happening now.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Nigel and Sydney are up next with the news at 11.
Able to track storms in real time, warning you right away with more time to prepare. Live Super Doppler 4, only on WYFF News 4.
Pivotal events, powerful figures, stories that define who we are and where we've been. This is Story Television on WYFF Channel 4.4.
The Live Super Doppler 4 Advantage. Able to track storms in real time.
It's giving us that instant data.
Warning you right away with more time to prepare. Live Super Doppler 4, only on WYFF News 4. The issues impacting our communities, the topics bringing us closer together, and the people working toward positive change.
Learn what's happening in the Carolinas and Georgia to keep you informed, included, and inspired.
For the Record, Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WYFF4, and stream every episode anytime on the very local app.
Everybody loves Raymond on MeTV.
I love you, son.
Especially
Me? You forget I'm a mother?
How could I?
because mother loves best.
What's the steak for?
My son.
Whether you like it
Nobody makes steak like you.
And nobody eats it like you.
Cut the cord.
or not,
Get out.
I'm just trying to help.
Thank you, Mom.
everybody loves Raymond.
Weeknights starting at 9 on MeTV Carolina. The smart start to your morning.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Destiny Chance.
And I'm Aaron Baker.
Breaking news right now.
This is an exclusive look from Sky 4.
Covering more places.
Now reporting live in Greenville, in Spartanburg County, now to Pickens County.
More stories that matter to you.
We're watching this heavy rain off to our west.
The area's certified most accurate forecast and traffic updates to keep you on time. Live, local, breaking news for your morning. Wake up and watch WYFF News 4 today.
From the nicest man in Mayberry
I'm an honest man and an honest sheriff.
to the biggest mouth in Queens,
You're gonna love this.
you won't find a better sheriff
Well, shucks.
or a worse neighbor.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life.
The Andy Griffith Show, weeknights at 8.
I think you're the best sheriff in the whole world.
And All in the Family, Sundays at 8.
Get lost.
MeTV Carolina, WYFF 4.2 and Charter Spectrum 194.
WYFF News 4 starts with breaking news.
Thank you for staying with us tonight at 11 as we continue to bring you breaking news tracking tonight's winter ice storm.
Dangerous ice and power outages are expected in our region, issues that are impacting millions across the country. Let's take a look outside with our Paris Mountain Skycam right now, and you can see just how much is coming down right now. You can't even see through the lens whether it's ice, whether it's freezing rain. It is just coming down.
That's right. Let's go ahead and get right on over to our Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice, who has our area's certified most accurate forecast. And Chris, these temperatures have been dropping. As you can see, the precipitation has started. So what exactly can we expect to see over the next few hours?
Well, more of this. You see all that precipitation to be had back toward the west. This is freezing drizzle right now. It's drizzle flying around that our camera's trying to pick up on, but this drizzle will change to rain, and that's going to accumulate. It's 25 degrees with all this moisture flying around, and we saw downtown Greenville from this shot just 30 minutes ago, and I saw the moisture kind of coming in from the south and west, and it's continuing to fill our sky. So you get enough of that to kind of come up, that's when we're going to start to have problems. And we're looking closer at our radar, we're looking at our cameras, and we're also looking at our traffic systems to see where there's slowdowns. All around Charlotte, I-77, I-85, there are slowdowns. Now those systems know what the normal speed limit would be, and they know when people are slowing down. So when you got people slowing down on the interstate this time of the night when there wouldn't normally be traffic, you know something's up. And that's what we have all around Asheville, McDowell County, I-40. People are slowing down for a reason because the roads are getting slick, and we're seeing this begin to fill in. This is freezing rain. It went right to freezing rain. Unfortunately, we skipped the sleet part of the storm. I wish we could have gone to sleet and stayed sleet, but unfortunately, it started as freezing rain, and it's going to continue as freezing rain all night and all day tomorrow. Temperatures are cold. We're at 25 in Greenville, 21 in Asheville, 27 in Spartanburg. This is starting to escalate across the area. All it takes is just 30 minutes of that stuff, and the roads get coated, and it's hard to brake. You brake and you keep skidding a little bit. So please, folks, be where you need to be and stay there. This is only going to get worse as the night goes on, and that cold cold wind, I should say, is coming in. Those totals continue to add up. We'll send it back to you, Sydney and Nigel.
All right, Chris, thank you. Now, as we continue to track this system and its impacts, make sure to turn on notifications on the free WYFF4 mobile app. You can also find the latest forecast on WYFF4.com.
And we have live team coverage tonight with our crews across the area, across the upstate and in western North Carolina. First, we want to check in with our Stephanie Trotter. Officials in Greenville County, they've gone into what they call full operations mode. Stephanie, what can you tell us about that?
It is the highest mode that you will find that they operate here in Greenville County. They are ready for this storm. They've been preparing for it all week long. We are right on the edge of base camp, where 150 people are expected to be sleeping and eating and working and resting when they're not inside the Emergency Operations Center at McAllister Square or out on the roads trying to serve the public. Just a few minutes ago, they started unloading more supplies, more food, blankets, and the like coming off of this truck right here behind me. A fine mist has been coming down the past half hour, and it started to come down twice as hard just within the past 10 to 15 minutes. You can really feel that moisture start to pick up. I've been trying to move my foot here on the sidewalk. It's not quite slick yet, but it is getting a little glossy. That's what I'm going to call it. We spoke with the director of Greenville County's emergency services earlier today. He was explaining to us they have had to pivot going into this storm, having learned lessons after Hurricane Helene, as well as the fires at Table Rock State Park. Here's what he had to say.
The county's got some really good experience. A lot of good procedures have been put in place. Great support put towards emergency services and the planning processes over the last year.
Some of the places that they have made improvements that they learned from are clearing roads as well as debris management. They are hoping they don't have to tap into those as strongly as they had to after Hurricane Helene, but they said this time they will be able to get out even faster to help folks in need should roads get blocked and should trees and things start coming down. And it certainly sounds like that might be the case when you hear Chris predict what the precipitation in these low temperatures could bring over the next several days. Reporting live in Greenville County, Stephanie Trotter, WYFF News 4.
Stephanie, thank you. And those temperatures, they just keep dropping. That's why Spartanburg County officials say emergency warming shelters are open until further notice.
Let's check in with our Peyton Furtado, who is in Spartanburg. And Peyton, what can you tell us?
Nigel, Sydney, I got to tell you, I've been feeling left out this whole time. We've been seeing some of that freezing rain across our region. We hadn't seen anything in Spartanburg until just recently. We've started to see a couple little flurries around the area. Photojournalist Josh Strickland, he's with me. Say hi, Josh, if you can. He's not going. Oh, there he is. He's been having to wipe off the camera as we go because those flurries kept going directly at our camera. We're possibly going to see something a little bit more. As of right now, it's just the first little signs of that freezing rain, of some of that ice that's been coming across our region. Of course, those temperatures dropping it. We feel it. You can see it in my breath. It's all over the place. More people going indoors, staying indoors this evening, and that's probably for the best. I'm going to send it back to you in the studio. For now, live in Spartanburg, I'm Peyton Furtado, WYFF News 4.
Peyton, thank you. Earlier this week, Anderson County officials declared a state of emergency.
And they say that ensures that response efforts are well coordinated and implemented quickly. Our Maya Peyton is live in Anderson with more on that. Maya.
Yes, you got something earlier that Chris mentioned I thought that was very interesting, and it describes Anderson County right now. He said that moisture is just flying in, and that's what we're seeing here in Anderson County. And what's interesting is it's like kind of playing like a sneaking, come and go, if you will, a little game with us. For a while it'll bring down some of that slight rain, and then it'll pick up, then it'll stop. And what we're seeing right now is it's picking back up again, and it's so light that you can't even see it. But let me show you here. I have a paper towel. And here on our car, there is a bunch of little dots. I'm just going to wipe it so you can see some of that moisture. And you can just see how it's making that swipe. That is moisture. That is that rain coming down, and it's coming down very slanted. But here in Anderson County, other than it being extremely cold and that wind, when it picks up, it makes it go that slanted route that I'm telling you about. And also, we're just going to point here to these flags up above here outside of the courthouse in Anderson County. When the wind picks up, obviously, the flags, they start to move. But the sound that it was making about 3 or 4 minutes ago, Kevin and I were like, where's that coming from? And Kevin's my photographer. We both looked up and we're like, it's the flags. It's just proof of what's coming here, what Chris has been talking about. And of course, as we give more details here in Anderson County, I'll give them to you. In Anderson County, I'm Maya Payton, WYFF News 4.
Maya, Kevin, thank you. The Abbeville County Department of Public Safety has opened a warming shelter for anyone who needs it. It's open right now. It's located at Lighthouse Ministries on Carwell Road. You will have to provide all required essentials, and we are told no pets are allowed, but it is open and open right now.
Taking a live look now from our Asheville sky cam, where it is beginning to come down in our area. Our Nate Stanley is there, and we will check in with him after the break as we continue to track this winter storm.
Everything okay?
Andrew ate the rest of my parm.
He gonna regret eating that parm. This mother sucker's psychotic. Why? Get out!
Yes, ma'am. Right away. Of course. Goodbye.
Make it a new car, new year, and get 1.9% financing for 72 months on a new 2025 Crosstrek at Fairway Subaru,
where we're always open at fairwaysubarusc.com.
Having Spectrum, they prove their value all the time to us.
All our total sales come from the internet, so fast, high-speed internet is crucial in this kitchen.
Spectrum is a great value for us. Part of that value is how fast the internet is, how reliable the internet is. They also provide wonderful customer service for us, which is vital for us to run our business.
Get your business free fiber-powered internet forever. Call to find out how.
I'm Keith Morrison, here to tell you a story that unfolded not at night, no. This happened in the bright of day, in the home, the person inside uneasy, searching for something, but what? Then, a clue, and suddenly the twist revealed. Dateline in daytime? Wow. Yes, captivating mysteries in the light of day. The true crime original, Dateline, now in daytime.
This experience with Akeem Law Firm has been amazing. Just know that they're going to do their job, be patient with them, work with them, and they'll get the job done.
If you don't scream, call Akeem, 800-ALL-7.
When I was in high school, my coach liked to say, you don't rise to low expectations. And that's just always stuck with me. With the help of my lottery-funded life scholarship, I was able to get a degree in secondary education. Now it's my turn to invest in my athletes, the same way my coaches did for me. Who knows? Maybe one day they'll do the same for someone else.
Better coaches means a better South Carolina. And a better South Carolina means a better you.
One name means more new Subarus, Fairway Subaru, and for a limited time, get 0.9% financing for 72 months on new 25 Outbacks at Fairway Subaru,
where we're always open at fairwaysubarusc.com.
Well, many have been asking, when is the storm going to arrive? Well, it's here. Here's our Paris Mountain sky cam. We've got freezing drizzle, freezing rain. You could see Greenville downtown as clear as day just about 30 minutes ago. And unfortunately, all this mist, all this drizzle flying around is in 25-degree temperatures. So it is so cold right now as we are continuing to get it. Maybe even a few snowflakes flying around up there as well. It is cold, and what we have happening here is the cold air is coming in from the northeast. At the same time, moisture is coming up, and we have also got that moisture that's just filling in across the area. Unfortunately, the radar is not a great representation right now of exactly what's going on, because like the summertime, it can be misting and drizzly, but the drops are so small that the radar has trouble picking it up. So we're all kind of filling in right here, and it's instant, guys. It's instant glaze, and that's the problem here, is the trees are going on. So we have to look a little bit further, be a little more investigative, right? And we're starting to see slowdowns here. Now, this would normally be green, because here we are at 11 11 o'clock at night, and we've been telling people to go off the road, so there shouldn't be many people out, but we're noticing some slowdowns on all the interstates around Asheville. That is indicating that people are slowing down for a reason. It's because the ice is starting to accumulate. We're starting to get some slick spots, and it's plenty cold, folks. 21 there in Asheville, 27 in Spartanburg. You go toward Burke County, just saw a picture and a report near Morganton of a half an inch of sleet, and now ice is accumulating on top of it. Unfortunately for us in the upstate, we skipped right past the sleet part and went straight to the freezing rain. Unfortunately, this is going to be ice the whole storm. We're not going to have that hope that maybe we hang on to a few hours of sleet and knock back some of that ice totals. Now, it did start about 2 hours later, but folks, we're still talking about a long train of moisture to go. It goes all the way back toward Texas still, that's coming our way into the overnight hours. And it's meeting a wall of cold Arctic air. Over the next 12 hours, that freezing rain will continue, and it will be heavy. Temperatures holding steady in the 20s. Let me show you the new model that points this out through the overnight hours. Between now and 2 a.m., it's going to spread even more. We're going to see that begin to pick up. You'll notice the trees glazing over, the cars, the porches, the decks. And then as we go into the day tomorrow, I wish we could just stop it at 6 a.m., but folks, we still have 12 more hours from them. This is going to turn from a nuisance event to a major event as we go into lunchtime. Accumulations in Greenville, northbound approaching a half an inch. South of town, you notice how it's a bit more spotty. We don't have as much moisture as the moisture banks up against these mountains right here. So where we wring out the most is going to be right here. And this is going to be the heaviest part of it at 5 o'clock. And there's going to be enough convection or instability above our heads. And this could actually come down as, maybe some lightning flying around as well. It's that kind of a setup here, and as it moves on through, we're going to clear out and cool down, and then the wind unfortunately picks up. So all said totals here, a half an inch looks to be a solid bet across the area, with some totals north of 85 getting above a half an inch. You go up here to northern Greenville County, we could approach 1 inch. Folks, that goes from a really crippling significant ice storm to a catastrophic storm when you get to 1 inch. That's power outages for days if you're in these areas. That's why these power crews are staged all across the area. I mean, that's been a real visual here to see hundreds of those trucks just staged right here because they know what's going. As we look ahead at wind gusts, I think our biggest window for seeing power outages is going to be when the storm is done. There's not a flake flying or a sleet pellet hitting. It's going to be when everything's gone and all the sleet and the freezing rain is clinging to all the trees, and we get the cold air to rush in. There's 40+ mile/hour winds coming our way Sunday night into early Monday morning. This is going to really mean business, and unfortunately that's when the trees are going to be compromised because they have all the weight of that on them. So future temperatures here, we're around 0 as we go toward tomorrow morning, or I should say Tuesday morning rather, in Asheville and Hendersonville, single digits across the upstate. The 4-day plus looks like this. We're going to do this dance all week long where we have a little bit of melting during the day, and then we have a refreeze, melting, refreeze. Finally, we'll get rid of all this mess as we go toward the end of the week, but it is cold. Where highs are just above freezing even by Friday. Western North Carolina, we've got temperatures just above 0 on Tuesday and highs just above freezing. A couple of days we don't get above freezing. In fact, Wednesday night into Saturday morning, we don't get above freezing until we get to Saturday afternoon.
Chris, thank you. You've been keeping us up to date on all the latest changes and what we can expect as the night go on. We have reporters giving us live updates as well as in North Carolina.
Yeah, our Nate Stanley is in Asheville right now where those temperatures are dropping quickly. Nate, all bundled up out there. What can you tell us?
Try my best to stay warm, Sydney and Nigel, and we have seen that freezing rain coming periodically. I mentioned in our last live shot that what's been surprising is the accumulation. You can see the freezing rain attach itself to certain objects here, fences, posts, the newspaper stands here. You can see it building up just over the small time that we have been out here. One thing I also want to show you, a couple hours ago, I put this half-filled water bottle on the ground to show you how cold it has been getting. And it was once water, and now this is solid ice. One thing I also want to show you is the road conditions. We take a look at this newspaper stand on the top here. It looks like it is wet, but when we push this water bottle, we can see it just keeps sliding. It just, no matter how hard you might try to stop your car tonight, if you hit the road, that is what you can expect. And we've seen people as they're driving down Henry Avenue here in Asheville, we've seen them find that difficulty of trying to stop their cars, trying to move out here. Again, officials have said it all week. If you don't need to leave your home, don't do so, because the conditions, as Chris mentioned, are going to continue to worsen on the roads, and we're going to see that freezing rain continue to accumulate. And one other thing I'll mention, I checked the Duke Energy outage map just a few minutes ago and saw there was only about one outage here in the Asheville area. And what was interesting, the note for that outage, when it mentioned the return to service timeline, it said that service crews are waiting for the storm to pass. So just a note, as we mentioned, crews will be paying attention to this weather, and that will possibly delay repair times in the event of a power outage. We'll be here all night keeping you updated on air and online. Reporting in Asheville, Nate Stanley, WYFF News 4.
Nate, thank you. The governors of the Carolinas and Georgia all declared a state of emergency before the storm, causing the price gouging law to go into effect. That means excessively raising the prices of necessities becomes illegal. And excessive gougers can be charged for the offense, which looks like a $1,000 fine or 30 days in jail. Now, this should not be confused with normal fluctuations in price, which are expected during high demand. It just can't be an unreasonable amount. If you think you see price gouging, note the time, place, address, the name of the business, the price you paid, any nearby prices, and make sure to take some photos and provide your name and contact information. This law will remain in effect until the state of emergency expires or is terminated.
As this winter ice storm moves in, the western counties in our viewing area will see those impacts first.
Our Taniqua Penix is live and easily with more. Taniqua.
Hey, Nigel, Sydney. Well, the rain is coming down now, so we are paying attention to the roads. We are seeing cars drive by, and they're just driving at normal speed. But officials say it's important to slow down because the roads will be slippery. Police and fire crews say they've increased staffing and they're ready to respond, but they're asking you only to call 911 for life-threatening emergency. Now, as long as power remains, there will be a warming station open at the Larry Bagwell Gym here in Easley. That's tomorrow from 1 to 5. Charging stations will be available at Easley Fire Department stations from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. There are 2 residential shelters open in Pickens County, one here at Easley High School Gym, the other at Pickens High School Gym. And officials say oxygen is limited, so anyone who depends on it should bring their own supplies and concentrators. We're going to continue to monitor the conditions here in Pickens County. We know that they will be changing by the minute, so we'll be here for now, reporting live in Easley. Taniqua Penix, WYFF News 4.
Taniqua, thank you. And Union County officials have opened a warming shelter for anyone who needs it. It's open now through Monday. It's located at the County Recreation Building. That's on Thomas Street. They will provide cots, some meals, bottled water, and electrical outlets. You are asked to provide your ID, a blanket, and a pillow. Any prescription medications that you might have, make sure to bring those with you, and some light snacks as well. Union County says it cannot provide transportation to and from the shelter. You will have to get there on your own.
And a reminder, businesses with 100 employees or more and churches need to make sure they're in our closing and delay system. We have detailed instructions for you on our website, WYFF4.com, so you can get it listed. You can see those closures running at the bottom of your screen as you're watching WYFF4.
Counting down to the 2026 Winter Olympics, beginning February 6th on WYFF4. Brought to you locally by Prisma Health.
Everybody loves Raymond on MeTV.
I love you, son.
Especially
me. You forget I'm a mother?
How could I?
Because mother loves best.
What's the steak for?
My son.
Whether you like it.
Nobody makes cake like you.
And nobody eats it like you. Cut the cord.
Or not.
Yeah! Get out.
I'm just trying to help.
Thank you, Mom.
Everybody loves Raymond.
Weeknights starting at 9 on MeTV Carolina.
What's under your home can get into your home. A sealed crawl space keeps out moisture, mold, and pests. Canty Foundation Specialist is your local trusted expert in crawl space sealing. Call us today for your free estimate.
Canty can fix it.
Right now at Rooms To Go, get beautiful living rooms at super low prices. Add a pop of color to any room with this chaise sofa in 6 great colors, now just $9.99, or $20 a month, interest-free for 50 months, now at Rooms To Go.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
WYFF News 4, covering the live local breaking news, developing now. And this February, the biggest live events are right here. The best athletes, the top games, only on WYFF 4. Fast, focused, nothing gets you closer.
This is new Sky 4 video showing
Rapid response to live local breaking news. Sky 4.
Right now at Rooms To Go, shop these 3 great dining sets, each just $9.99. From classic to modern, even all new styles. Find different looks for just $9.99 or $20 a month interest-free. Shop and save, only at Rooms To Go.
Snakes, rodents, and mold all live and grow beneath your home and eventually will find their way inside. Canty Foundation Specialist is your local trusted expert in crawl space sealing. Call us today for a free estimate.
Canty can fix it.
Bam! That's what a historic finish sounds like. And at Benson Greer, it means one thing. Bam! I got my Ram! All remaining 2025 Rams must go in January. Big power, bigger savings, limited time. Start something new. Shop us at BensonGreer.com.
Live Super Doppler 4 weather is sponsored by Benson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Temperatures are dropping quickly. Wind will begin picking up tonight, and when we start to get that ice accumulation on trees and power lines, in addition to that wind, power outages, of course, are expected to begin.
Our Bradford Ambrose tells us about safety tips when it comes to power outages. And Bradford, what do people need to know?
Yeah, it's really important to be extra safe, especially once hopefully the power doesn't go out for you, but if the power does go out, especially as we head into the overnight hours and into the day on Sunday. All right, let's take a look at some of those tips here. And really important tip here, the top one, use generators outside. I know across the country every year, unfortunately, people do pass away because they use the generators inside. And remember, generators produce exhaust, the gas-powered ones, and that produces carbon monoxide, which can kill you. All right, be careful with open flames. Do not leave those unattended by any means. Make sure if you are starting to get sleepy or something like that, that you blow that open flame out. All right, stay away from downed power lines, even if you don't you think it might be a cable line or other utility line and not necessarily a power line. Treat every line down as it could be live and it has electrical power. So be sure to stay away from those down power lines and be careful with any propane or kerosene or other sources of heat, especially as we head into next week. I do want to emphasize here back out live that while the precipitation will be here to, obviously tonight and heading into tomorrow, the cold temperatures will be prolonged well into next week. Quick weather update out here right now. We see kind of the freezing rain and the snow falling from our Paris Mountain sky camera. I can tell you out here right now, it is producing freezing rain, very fine particles. So that's why they're not necessarily showing up on live Super Doppler 4 right now, because they are very, very fine particles. But I can tell you, it's coming down at a pretty good clip out here. Will only intensify and increase in coverage as we work into the overnight hours. I fully anticipate much of the region, if not all of the region, seeing some ice accretion here within the next several hours. We'll send it back to you all in studio.
All right, Bradford, thank you. Due to the potential impacts of the ice storm, some of the Waffle Houses in Greenville are closed tonight. I know this is something a lot of folks keep an eye on. This is the restaurant at Cherrydale. A short time ago, one of our crews found a sign on the door there saying that the restaurant does plan to reopen as soon as the storm passes. Again, that's the Waffle House in Cherrydale.
And again, we want to remind you that if you have to head out on the roads this weekend, we've got lots of ways for you to check the latest conditions. Just head to WYFF4.com for the free WYFF4 app, where we have live cameras from the Carolinas and Georgia.
And we do want to remind everyone this evening that the South Carolina Department of Public Health is allowing a one-time early refill of Schedule 3 to 5 prescriptions. This is due to the potential for those power outages over the next few days. Early refills can be requested through January 30th.
Well, this tells the story real well, unfortunately so. This is our Woodruff Road Skycam glazed over with the ice. This only getting started, folks. We have 18 hours of moisture to go. Coming up, I'll show you new timing and totals for your town.
The area's most accurate forecast can only be found right here. The WYFF News 4 weather team, independently certified most accurate by WeatherRate.
WYFF News 4 Sports is sponsored by Fairway Ford, locally owned and operated since 1966.
Get up to $13,000 off MSRP on new F-150 pickups or 0.9% financing at Fairway Ford. Choose from the largest selection of new Fords in the upstate today at Fairway Ford.
In the Carolinas, one name means more new Ford trucks. Fairway Ford.
The smart start to your morning.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Destiny Chan.
And I'm Aaron Baker.
Breaking news right now.
This is an exclusive look from Sky 4.
Covering more places.
Now reporting live in Greenville and Spartanburg County. Now to Pickens County.
More stories that matter to you.
We're watching this heavy rain off to our west.
The area's certified most accurate forecast and traffic updates to keep you on time. Live, local, breaking news for your morning. Wake up and watch WYFF News 4 today.
Weeknights at 11.
We are following breaking news out of Spartanburg County.
Quick, complete news and weather to end your day.
Hundreds filled the parking lot.
The day's top stories.
SLED is now handling this investigation.
Breaking news as it happens.
Police are searching for a suspect in a drive-by shooting.
And the area's only certified most accurate forecast.
What we have is a big dome of high pressure coming in.
Up to speed and ready for tomorrow in just 30 minutes. Live local breaking news at 11. WYFF News 4.
Mom, did you really need to buy 2 can openers for our emergency kit?
I can't help it. They're 2 for 1. What's this?
We need to keep our family communication plan safe in case of an emergency.
Thanks, Tita.
We should think ahead to keep Mom and Dad safe when it floods this year. I've got an evacuation route loaded in my phone.
I've got an updated list of Dad's meds.
And I've got just what we need to get them to take this seriously.
Start a conversation with your family and plan together for emergencies.
Y'all got electricity? Y'all got plugs and lights and appliances and a big ugly panel trying to keep it all running? Y'all wish a walrus could look after that for you? Y'all call Wally. Bolger Plumbing, Air, and Electric can solve all your home electrical problems. After years of wiring water heaters and new AC units, we can now bring those skills to any electrical problem, from a simple repair to fixing whatever this is. Y'all got electricity? Y'all call Wally.com.
Winter weather hitting this weekend.
And whether it's snow or ice, we will be here to track the changes.
Keeping you prepared in every newscast.
All of us should prepare right now for an ice storm.
We've been talking about this the last couple days.
With impact and alert day forecasting.
This is going to be a long duration.
And immediate updates on conditions when you enable alerts on the app.
High impacts to roads, power outages.
When winter weather hits, trust the area's certified most accurate forecast. WYFF News 4.
Choose from the largest selection of new Fords in the upstate and get 0.9% financing or up to $5,000 off MSRP on new 25 Explorers now
At Fairway Ford on the Motor Mile in Greenville. Family owned and family operated since 1966.
WYFF News 4 starts with breaking news.
Thanks for being with us for our continuing coverage of breaking news as we are tracking the long duration, high impact storm.
Icy conditions and power outages are expected in our region, and they're also expected and impacting thousands of people across the country too. In our area, let's go ahead and take a live look from our Lake Hartwell Skycam. All looks quiet, but goodness, things are ramping up in terms of this winter storm.
All right, before we head outside, let's get to our area's certified most accurate forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice. Chris, Chris, it is here.
It's here. Just looking at that wide picture beside me there, you can see we got a lot of moisture to go. That's just getting started. Here's our Woodruff Road sky cam. I wish we could show you more, but it's glazed over with some ice. Yeah, we got some drizzle out there. That drizzle changes to more heavy precipitation as we go deeper into the night and into tomorrow morning. And unfortunately, all that moisture falling in what air is super cooled to 25 degrees. I mean, we have got some Arctic air just chilling down the spine of the Appalachian Mountains right now. And as we look at the radar, it does a good representation, giving us an idea, but the steady stream of moisture coming in, the cold air coming in is the idea. Unfortunately, some of these flakes, if you will, a little bit of snow in Greenville, yeah, and the drizzle, too fine of a particle to show up. So there's actually more than this radar actually indicates right now, and we'll continue to see that fill in. We can also look for a little more clues as to where there's some slowdowns. Our traffic system here indicating all around Asheville, people are going slower than a speed limit drive. Same story leaving Hendersonville going down 25. Now, you got to go slow down that anyway. Same story with 26 right here. People are slowing down big time, and that's a good idea because that's where those areas go downhill really fast right here. Slick spots already showing up in and around Marion, McDowell County, half an inch in Burke County already reported there near Morganton. Yeah, a little bit of snow, that'll transition quickly to all ice. I wish we could have spent more time in snow or sleet. That's a much better wintry precipitation than ice, and that's what we're going to unfortunately see is these temperatures right now are in the low to mid 20s, and they're going to be locked in there through the entirety of the storm, it looks like, for at least the upstate. That northeast wind locking in the cold, and over the next 12 hours we'll continue to see that freezing rain intensify as temperatures hold steady in the mid-20s. We'll have more on this in just a few minutes. Hi, Nigel.
All right, Chris, thank you. And as we continue to track this system and its impacts, make sure to turn on notifications in the free WYFF4 mobile app. You can also find the latest forecast on WYFF4.com.
Anderson County Emergency Management, they've been preparing for this extreme winter weather all week.
Our Maya Payton is live in Anderson. And Maya, what can you tell us right now?
I'll tell you right now, Nigel, there is tension in my shoulders. It's so cold. But here in Anderson County, that rain, that light rain that Chris has been telling us about, it's playing hide and go seek around here. It stops, it comes back, and it stops again. But right now it's falling, but you can't see it. And it's going slanted because of the wind. But I want to take you down here. Though you can't see the rain falling down, you can see where it's landing. I have a flashlight here to kind of help out. You can just see how glossy the bricks here are downtown. It's just showing you how that precipitation is just landing here on the surfaces. And right now it's not freezing, it's still wet to the touch, but as Chris is telling us, it will begin to freeze. And that's when the surfaces will begin to be very slick as you're walking, as you're making your way onto the roadways in your cars. You just have to be careful, and it's better yet to don't even chance it, don't even get in. If you can stay at home, just stay at home until this thing passes us by. But for now, here in Anderson County, I'm Maya Payton, WYFF News 4.
Maya and Kevin, thank you very much for that live report. Get inside now. Lawrence County Council has declared a local state of emergency during this ice storm to help people escape the cold. Warming centers are open at the Lawrence and Clinton Police Departments. A warming shelter meant for overnight stay is also open at the Lawrence County Ag Center. The county also has a non-emergency line. That number is right there on your screen, 864-984-2523. It is meant to help keep 911 lines open. And a reminder, if you know someone in Greenville who needs to escape the cold, Miracle Hill has options available.
The Greenville Rescue Mission is open for men. Shepherd's Gate is open for women and to mothers with children. Our Stephanie Trotter has been live in Greenville County this evening. Stephanie, what are you seeing out there?
Well, just within the past 60 seconds, another Mack truck has pulled up here to the home base at the Emergency Operations Center at McAllister Square with 2 more generators. Over the next couple of days, it's expected to have 150 first responders living, working, resting in this area as they go inside McAllister Square Mall, man their operations, as well as spread out across all of Greenville County to protect folks. I had to, didn't have to, but I got to speak with the spokesperson for Greenville County earlier today. They have been prepping for this storm all week long. They've been brining the roads today, secondary and rural roads with a specific access points for EMS crews. They've been focusing on those. They want all law enforcement vehicles and ambulances to be able to get in and out of the areas that they need to get in and out of to protect the public. public. They've spent the past 3 days replacing 150 tires across dozens of law enforcement vehicles so they can maneuver all across the county as needed in the coming days. Also, just 2 miles from here, there is a refueling station where all of the first responder vehicles go to fill up with gas. They have manned that with brand new generators. These are all things that across time they realized for the best safety of the residents of Greenville County, they needed to make these improvements, and that's what they have been working on across the past year, especially in the couple of days leading up to this storm. Also earlier today, we got to speak with the Director of Emergency Management Services, and he told us all of the folks working here at this base camp and inside the EOC, they are committed to the public safety. Here's more of what he told us.
A lot of these folks have already been working 14, 16-hour days all week just to prep equipment, just to go through plans, have those notifications and calls and collaboration. So we've done a lot of work to get to where we are today.
And tonight, they are sleeping inside these trailers. These are bunk houses. They are shower trailers. There's another mini command center here. There are at least a half a dozen tents where they can eat in the days to come. These folks are committed to the public safety. All they ask is that we all use our heads. Do the smart thing. Check on neighbors. Stay at home. Don't come out unless you need to. The road here is growing slick. This parking lot over the past half hour is now covered in a fine sheen of moisture, and we are well below freezing. Reporting live in Greenville County, Stephanie Trotter, WYFF News 4.
Stephanie, thank you. And you're right. So many people are out there making sure that we are able to stay safe and informed. And Greer CPW also monitoring potential impacts during and after the storm as well. The company says they're on standby and they are ready to restore service.
They say make sure your personal information is up to date for communication purposes. Have an emergency kit with you, and you can monitor outages on their website. Our Peyton Furtado is live in Spartanburg. And Peyton, it is cold out there.
Nigel, you don't have to tell me twice. It's cold out here, and we're starting to have a little bit of precipitation come down, some freezing rain here in the area, just a little bit, nothing too crazy just yet. So that's definitely adding to the feels-like temperature out here. We chatted with the emergency management director earlier today here in Spartanburg County. He told us that we're kind of in a waiting pattern at this point. They've got a skeleton crew still at the emergency management center right now. Some people are getting some well-deserved shut-eye because this morning, I guess tomorrow morning, next couple of hours, we're going to see a lot more freezing rain, a lot colder temperatures. Our morning crew is going to be here covering that for you. So when you wake up tomorrow, we'll still be on all of this. Of course, we have warming shelters all across Spartanburg County. They still have room if you need to get to one of those areas. If you do end up losing power, here's a few of them just right here. We've got one on Hodge Drive. That's the medical one. If you have a medical condition, you can go there. We've got High Point Academy. If you have any pets, you can bring your pets over there and you can stay there. A few others, we've got Campobello First Baptist, Florence Moore Memorial Church, Benjamin E. Mays Center, and the Northwest Center, all still accepting people in their warming shelters. So if you do end up losing power in the middle of the night, if you lose power tomorrow, you can go to one of those spots. We're going to be staying on all of this for you throughout tonight and tomorrow morning. For now, live in Spartanburg, I'm Peyton Furtado, WYFF News 4.
Peyton, thank you. The South Carolina National Guard is deploying across South Carolina to help state agencies prepare and protect during the winter storm.
They've been conducting inspections on military equipment and vehicles to make sure they're ready to help across the state during storm operations.
Around 375 service members from the South Carolina Military Department are positioned across the state. A total of 42 vehicles have been dispatched to aid in these efforts, many assisting South Carolina Highway Patrol. They're prepared to help with shelter assistance, transportation, emergency operations center support, and clearing debris across the entire state.
Troops are on standby in counties expected to be impacted, such as Aiken, Anderson, Oconee, Lawrence, Greenville, Greenwood, Pickens, York, Cherokees, and Saluda counties.
And we thank all of the people who are out there making sure that we are staying safe. All right, let's take a live look from our Lawrence Skycam. We've seen a lot of different things across our area, and we're going to continue to keep you informed as we track this precipitation and these freezing temperatures. Stay right here with us.
As we look outside of our Woodruff Road Skycam, glazed over with a little bit of ice. All it takes is a little bit, but traffic seems to be moving along just fine right there on 385. Coming up, I'll show you when we'll start to see more problems.
Dad, It's your shot.
Daly!
Having John Daly as your designated swinger?
Thanks, sir.
That's a power move. Hiring America's largest injury law firm for your injury? That's also a power move. Morgan & Morgan.
At South College, your goals don't wait for perfect timing. You chase them between shifts, after bedtime, on your lunch break. From certificates to doctoral degree programs, South College offers over 100 programs and concentrations with flexible online options built for real life, offered at an accredited institution.
This is high quality education, and I'm doing it my way.
Your timeline, your future. South College, where dreams find direction.
WYFF News 4, covering the live local breaking news, developing now. And this February, the biggest live events are right here. The best athletes, the top games, only on WYFF 4. WYFF News 4, covering the live local breaking news, developing now. Tracking what's next with the area's certified most accurate forecast. And this February, the biggest live events are right here. The best athletes, the top games, the biggest stories. This February will be legendary. Only on WYFF 4.
The smart start to your morning.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Destiny Chance.
And I'm Aaron Baker.
Breaking news right now.
This is an exclusive look from Sky 4.
Covering more places.
Now reporting live in Greenville, in Spartanburg County. Now to Pickens County.
More stories that matter to you.
We're watching this heavy rain off to our west.
The area's certified most accurate forecast and traffic updates to keep you on time. Live, local, breaking news for your morning. Wake up and watch WYFF News 4 today.
Everybody loves Raymond on MeTV.
I love you, son.
Especially
Me? You forget I'm a mother?
How could I?
because mother loves best.
What's the steak for?
My son.
Whether you like it
Nobody makes steak like you.
And nobody eats it like you.
Cut the cord.
or not,
Get out.
I'm just trying to help.
Thank you, Mom.
everybody loves Raymond.
Weeknights starting at 9 on MeTV Carolina.
All right, welcome back. We're tracking this winter storm moving in, and it is just getting started, folks. We have until tomorrow at 7 p.m. with some form of ice falling across the area. This is our Woodruff Road Skycam. It's up high, but it is glazed over with ice on it. I've been noticing the traffic lights. That's about all I can see on 385. It looks like folks are moving along just fine, and that's an area I'd be concerned about, that little spaghetti junction of Greenville, right? We've got temperatures that are cold enough that 25 degrees would allow whatever falls to instantly glaze over. I'm sure if you were to go out to your car right now and look, or your deck, please don't. I don't want you slipping. You would probably find a glaze of ice on just about everything right now. And this is only going to intensify as the moisture stream continues to pour into our area and the cold air streams in. All of this is going to continue to fill in, and we'll see this continue to spread in across the area. I can also check our traffic areas, and we're seeing the green would be normal travel conditions. Look at all the slowdowns in and around Asheville, and then going down 26 into South Carolina to Henderson and Polk County. You know, when you see the yellow, people are slowing down, and they're slowing down for a reason, because things are getting slick. And same story in Marion. We got some slick spots right there on the southern and eastern facing slopes of the mountains there in McDowell County. Burke County, nearby there, also already has a half an inch of sleet. Now, we kind of skipped over the sleet part in the upstate, but the ice part still on track. We're looking at almost an inch of ice in some parts of the upstate, folks, and it's even hard to describe what that will do if we get that much. Even a half an inch of ice is going to just sag those tree limbs down. We're going to have some problems with power outages. Low 20s right now. We are locked in with the cold air. That is not a question. I think this is going to be a long duration event that only continues to intensify into the overnight hours, and temperatures, they hold steady with that stout northeast wind. So here's a brand new computer model. It processes every hour to correct itself, and here we are as we go deeper into the night. That freezing rain spreading in, taking over and locking in. It looks like through the day tomorrow it is locked in hour by hour, continuing to give us heavy precipitation. Where we'll find the most, right here across the I-85 corridor. I think south of 85 you're approaching 0.5 inches. That'd be a half an inch. As we look north of I-85, we're starting to approach 1 inch. So that corridor right here is going to be the highest impact areas as this conditions will continue to stay really high through about 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow. We're going to continue to have that really heavy precipitation giving us the most amount. So again, here's a look at it. North of 85 is where you'll find those higher totals that grow and graduate above a half an inch. Half an inch is a critical ice storm, folks. South of there, it's right at it. And then north of there is where it goes from critical to catastrophic in some locations. When you talk about an inch of ice here in these mountains and the winds I'm looking at, that's a big concern because it's breezy tomorrow, 15, 20 mile per hour winds. But as we go into our Sunday night, Monday, that's when the colder air rushes down the mountains. And we're going to see those wind gusts in Hendersonville, down the French Broad River Valley through Asheville into the upstate, could climb to 40 or 45 miles per hour. That is a lot of wind with ice-covered trees. And the problem is if we do lose power, you're going to have to try to stay warm here because, folks, we're talking single-digit temperatures going into the early part of next week. Here's a closer look at that 4-day, how long lasting this event could be. If we get the kind of ice the models are showing, folks, it's not going to be good because we'll get a little bit of melting each day, followed by a lot of refreezing each night. Single digits in teens, that's going to make for a hard refreeze each of these days. And that pattern continues deeper into the week as we're going to see those highs only get to freezing or just above it. And those lows, look at that low Friday morning, 12. As you look toward the mountains, we've got temperatures in the 20s several days this week, as low as 2 by Tuesday morning.
Chris, thank you very much. One thing to think about as the ice storm approaches, the safety and strength of your roof.
Rashad Williams is in the city of Greenville with some ways to identify if ice damages your roof. Rashad.
Well, before we get to the roof, I want to talk about what I've identified with my own eyes now. I know a lot of comments have said, where is it? We don't see it. I'm starting to see a little bit more precipitation come down. But take a look at this table here right in front of me. This thin layer of ice, I think you can see it there. A little bit of a gloss, a little bit of a shine. That's solid right there. So again, the precipitation just now starting to come down, so I can only imagine what we are expected to see, as Chris has been explaining all week and all night, tomorrow. So now back on the topic of your roof. I spoke with the experts at Edge Roofing earlier today, and they mentioned that really it starts with the process of cleaning out your gutters. When it comes to your gutters and when it comes to ice storms and your roof as well, the three really don't mix, they don't play well. So make sure those are all clear because clogged gutters can reduce the drainage of melted ice, and that can lead to more strain and the possibility of an eventual collapse of your gutters. Precipitation that freezes can also lead to ice dams and other chances for roof damage due to potential weight of it all. Anyone from up north, you know what those ice dams look like. Another factor that can lead to roof damage from ice is not having the proper airflow in your attic. Unless your roof caves in completely, signs of damage may not jump out at you right away when you get up in the morning. So what you need to do is go out there, not outside, you want to go inside, take a look at your roof and your attic as well. Your ceiling, that is, you want to take a look and notice any wet spots that may be there. If you see that, then that's an indicator that you may have some damage. At that point, you'll want to call a professional to come out and fix the damage for you. Back to you.
All right, Rashad, thank you. Again, this storm is impacting a lot of people, so we're not only covering the upstate, but western North Carolina as well. And of course, North Carolina Governor Josh Stein spoke about preparing for this ice storm ahead of its arrival in just now.
Yeah, he stressed the importance of creating a plan, staying home, and looking out for your neighbors. Our Nate Stanley is live in Asheville with more. Nate.
And it is definitely cold, and those plans definitely important, as we have seen people struggling to drive around here in downtown Asheville. We've also seen some emergency vehicles making their way around here, some fire trucks with their lights and sirens on. So definitely, again, if you don't need to leave your home, don't do so tonight. I know when you look outside, you may say, oh, there's no snow, there's no ice, but we can tell from here that even the places that look like they are wet, it's actually ice. I'm going to show you an example of that here. This is a water bottle that I filled around 5 o'clock today, and as you can see, this is completely frozen now, frozen solid. As I mentioned, you think that there might be some water on the road, think it's safe to drive, and then you go to do so and you just keep sliding. We've seen people, as I mentioned, try to make their way down this street and have some difficulty stopping and turning. So again, officials have been saying it all week, if you don't need to leave your home, unless it's a case of an emergency, do not do so. Buncombe County does say if it is the case of an emergency and you do need some sort of warming shelter, there are a number available. You can find information about that right now on WYFF4.com. And we do have a car driving down the road here right now. Again, like I said, unless you don't need to do so, unless you need to do so, don't do so. Reporting in Asheville, Nate Stanley, WYFF News 4.
Nate, thank you very much. Warming shelters are open in Oconee County, and you could head to Walhalla High School, located at 4701 North Highway, where there is a medical needs shelter. Seneca Middle School is opening tomorrow to help keep people warm. That address is 15440 Wells Highway.
And a reminder, businesses with 100 employees or more and churches need to make sure they're in our closings and delay systems. We have detailed instructions for you on how to do that on our website, WYFF4.com. And you can also see those closures running across the bottom of your screen as you watch WYFF4.
And don't forget, if you want to get all this information, you need to make sure that your cell phones are charged. So make sure you plug them in and keep them charged. Several school districts, colleges, and universities have shifted instructional plans for Monday due to this winter ice storm, and you can find a full list on WYFF4.com.
All right, let's take a live look from our Peace Center sky cam now. We were looking at this just a bit ago, and it looks like Main Street might look a little glossy as we see these impacts start to arrive in our area. We're going to continue to track this winter weather storm when we come back.
What makes Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas so giant? Crispy fingers, sauce, and melty cheese. Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
Winter weather hitting this weekend.
And whether it's snow or ice, we will be here to track the changes.
Keeping you prepared in every newscast.
All of us should prepare right now for an ice storm.
We've been talking about this the last couple days.
With impact and alert day forecasting.
This is going to be a long duration.
And immediate updates on conditions when you enable alerts on the app.
High impacts to roads, power outages.
When winter weather hits, trust the area's certified most accurate forecast. WYFF News 4. The WYFF4 app with personalized weather alerts for your zip code. And know about the biggest stories as they're breaking. Alerts tailored just for you. Download the WYFF4 app now. Rapid response to live local breaking news.
This is new Sky 4 video showing a small
Sky 4, getting there first, capturing the story as it unfolds.
Emergency officials are working to contain it.
Fast, focused, nothing gets you closer.
All lanes are back open following a
on
deadly
top of
crash.
the stories that impact you.
Exclusive Sky 4 video showing the recent progress.
Only on WYFF News 4. Rapid response to live local breaking news. Sky 4. Stay connected, informed, and prepared. Weeknights at 6 and 11.
The Spartanburg community is still asking questions.
From alert to live, what you need to know right now.
Deputies responding to a call of shots fired.
Live breaking news in your community. Nigel Robertson, Sydney Shadricks, and your certified most accurate forecast. Trusted live local breaking news. Weeknights at 6 and 11. WYFF News 4. When weather changes by the hour, you need accuracy in action.
It is a frigid night taking shape.
Trust the WYFF News 4 weather team, preparing you for impacts today.
Got some big changes on the way.
I would have mittens, scarf, maybe a hat.
And what's coming next?
Gusty winds, heavier downpours.
Certified most accurate, backed by experience.
Those winds are eventually going to pick up and really intensify.
Keeping you prepared through our changing weather. WYFF News 4.
These bitterly cold conditions, they come in the middle of one of the most dangerous periods for home fires. The American Red Cross says half of all home heating fires that it tracks happen during the months of December, January, and February. And 1 in every 7 home fires and 1 in every 5 home fire deaths, those involve the use of heating equipment. That includes things like space heaters, and those tend to be the most common cause. So if you have a space heater, you need to make sure you keep it at least 3 feet away from anything that could catch fire and only plug it directly into an outlet.
Another safety reminder for you this evening: if your power goes out during the storm, do not run your generator inside. Officials can't stress enough that the carbon monoxide the generator gives off could be deadly. If you haven't checked your carbon monoxide detector in a while, now is a good time to do so. Doctors say it is colorless, odorless, and tasteless gas that develops when fuel isn't burned completely. Symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning can vary. Longer exposure can lead to mental confusion, chest pain, a loss of consciousness, even death. As this winter ice storm moves in, parts of our area already preparing.
That's right. As our Taniqua Penix reports, she's live in Easley. Preparations have been happening, like Randy said, all week.
Hear the train.
Yep. That's loud. Listen, it is so cold. Our equipment out here, the batteries is dying. You can actually see the icicles forming right here from the rain coming down. Now, Easley police and fire crews say they'll have extra staff around to respond to any emergencies, but they're urging people to stay off the roads, only go out if it's an emergency. Now, if power goes out, you want to treat these traffic lights so you see like a four-way stop. Right now, to make sure your phones and electronics are fully charged while you still have power. Make sure the food is good, water, medications, have flashlights and blankets on hand. You know the drill. For now, reporting live in Easley, Taniqua Penix, WYFF News 4.
Taniqua, thank you, and a big thank you to all of our reporters in the field and all of those responders keeping us safe. And thank you for watching the special edition of WYFF News 4 at 11.
Yes, and Chief Meteorologist Chris Justice joins us now. Real quick, Chris, it has been a busy night, and we're going to continue covering it all night.
Yeah, about 18 hours of this storm to go. I mean, it's just getting started. We'll have this frozen precipitation through 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
All right, Chris, thank you, and thank you again for watching. We will see you in the morning.
Keep it right here.
Does your home need a refresh?